Welcome to Brain Date, the dating game show that sucks the contestants' brains out with a straw, squirts them onto the smorgasbord of love, and finds out who is peaches and who is cream. I am the Gold Brain, and now it's time to meet the contestants. On the Blue Brains, we have JD, and he's got a few little things to say about men and women.
Yeah, I do. It's a subject that fascinates me. Part of the reason why I'm here today. A show like this is good. It sort of introduces people, you know, find out their sort of common interests and stuff without all that barriers and stuff that you have in a club or, you know. So in a place like this, we can just sort of relax and get to know each other.
Here, JD's ready for love, and that's what Brain Date's all about.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. All right, the second contestant on the Blue Brains is Jim, and he's one of the members from the Brothers Rugby League Club who's sponsoring this episode. What position do you play?
Mate, in the second row, yeah, up in the forwards there, not too bad.
They breed them pretty tough in the second row, don't they?
No, yeah, try to be.
And how'd you go this year? You had a bit of a win?
Yeah, mate, good, won the premiership, yeah, won an extra time, it was good.
Third of the Blue Brains is Michael, and he also plays for the Brothers Rugby League Club.
I play dummy half or hooker.
It's very coincidental because I think JD's looking for a hooker, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Great to have you on board. And the first of the Pink Brains is Brooke. And Brooke has recently finished treading the boards.
It was my first play I've done actually. I did drama in high school. Yeah, the character I played was a stoner, so it was pretty fun. How
did you prepare for the part? And the second in the Pink Brains is Chantal.
Last year I went to Thailand and travelled down to the islands of Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, and it was pretty awesome.
If my experience of Thailand is anything like yours, I would have been well prepared for Brooke's role in her play. How did you go? Was Koh Phangan like that?
Yeah, no comment.
Third of the Pink Brains is Kelly, and she's a bit of a shopaholic.
Yeah, it's a problem. There should be a group for shopaholics. I'd say 50% of my clothes still have the tags on, so, and they're on the floor because there's no room in my wardrobe anymore. It fulfills me.
The rules of Brain Date are very simple. Basically, we show the contestants a prompt. After seeing or hearing the prompt, they write down the first thing that comes to mind. We then compare answers, and if two contestants gave the same response, then they match and score a point. You can match with more than one person in any game, and those two contestants who match the most by the end of the game win. All right, well, we'll get into round one. So given that this week's episode is sponsored by Brothers Rugby League Club, I want all the brains to imagine this. You're coaching Brothers Rugby League Club and you're just about to play the grand final against those scumbags from Goodna. You've got space for one more person on your team. Out of these three people, who do you choose? So we'll check with the Blue Brains first. JD, out of those three characters, who would you have on your team?
Rugby, you need pretty solid sort of steroid-assisted people. So I'm going C, the Hulk.
Of course, you'd have to get him angry before each game. How would you do that?
Just, I don't know, tickle him.
I get a tip from the Ipswich boys. There are lots of wedgies going on in the change rooms before a match.
Sometimes.
All right, and Jim, how about you? Who would you have on your team?
Yeah, mate, I'd have to go the Flash. You always need a bit of speed on the outside there. And
aren't there quite a few Flashes on a rugby league team?
Yeah,
especially the end of year trip. Yeah. Michael, how about you?
I'll pick the Flash as well. Yeah, just a bit of speed. Goodna boys are usually pretty big, so I get around them on the outside.
So none of the Blue Brains have gone for the invisibility factor, but we'll see how the Pink Brains go. And if Brooke said A or C, she scores a match, how'd you go?
I said A for Flash as well, just for the whole fast thing. The Hulk was too big.
Well, you score a point there with Jim and Michael. Chantal, how'd you go?
I picked C, the Hulk, just because he looked very intimidating and a bit scary.
Kelly?
Yep, see the Hulk. I didn't see any competition. It's huge.
But nobody went for Invisible Girl. I thought she could just tuck the ball up under a... Oh, I think she's already got a couple of tucked under there. We'll move on to round two. And here we're going to show the contestants two videos. You're now the captain of the Rugby League Club. You meet in the middle Which one of these do you call? When I played rugby league, I always found it was better to get the toss over with in the dressing room. It made you more relaxed for the game. Brooke, how did you go? Heads or tails?
Oh, I chose tails.
Chantal?
I picked a heads, just get a bit of a heads up.
One step ahead. And Kelly?
50-50 chance, so it didn't really bother me which one.
How'd you go, JD? Did you match with any of those?
Yeah, I did actually. Again, with you two guys in the end there, I got A. You know, most of the time when I flip, I get heads. So, come on, I didn't mean that in a sexual way, all right?
And Jim? What do you normally call?
Yeah, mate, I've always had pretty good luck with heads, so yeah, it is.
And Michael?
I picked heads as well. It's always good to get head, mate.
Unfortunately, Brooke's the only one thinking of a tail, but we get some good matching there, and JD moves into the front with 2 points with both Chantal and Kelly. So in this next question, you won the grand final, you've been out, you're celebrating, and you've met someone, and you take them home to your place. Which of these 3 songs do you put on?
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Push it good. Push it real good. Like a virgin. Touched for the very first time.
Jim, which of those songs do you think you'd pop on?
Mate, I'd have to say B, just to get things in the mood, I think.
Michael, how about you?
Oh, I picked A. Spice Girls have never really led me astray in the past, so thought I'd put them on.
JD?
Well, I just say the song choices weren't that great, so I just went B because I felt it was like the least gay out of all 3 of them.
Chantal? If you went A or B, you score a match, how'd you go?
I picked B. There's no way I could have a Spice Girls song playing in the bedroom. So I thought you can't go wrong with some old school music.
But we'll move on and see what Kelly made of that one.
A, Spice Girls. I'm with Michael. Can't go wrong with the Spice Girls.
If you're going to be a Spice Girl, which Spice Girl would you be, do you reckon?
Ginger.
Yeah. I'd be carrot and orange juice spice. Because it always comes good with a bit of ginger on top. We'll move on. Brooke, which one of those songs would you choose?
I chose B because, yeah, it was kind of the best out of the 3.
So in our little story, everything went fantastically on the first date, and you've now been together 5 years. Out of these 3 pictures, which one sums up where you want to be in 5 years' time? Chantal, where do you see yourself being in 5 years into a relationship?
B. Yeah, I'm still not over the whole travelling thing. I think I'd still like to be in that phase of my life in 5 years from now.
How about you, Kelly?
I'll be in France.
And Brooke?
I chose B as well. Definitely not babies and definitely not ready to buy a house.
What have you got against babies?
I have nothing against babies at all. I absolutely love babies, but when they're other people's and not mine.
Jim?
Probably a house, I think. You better get into the market now before it's too late, I think.
Michael, how about you?
Oh, I picked B as well. Bit of travelling with the missus. City of romance, isn't it? France, Paris.
I'm certainly not surprised there because Michael's been trying to cop an eyeful all game.
I went B because I agree with you guys. You know, we're a bit too young, not real ready for that stuff yet.
Well, that's great. A lot of matching there again. And Chantal and JD have got to straight 4 from round 1. But we'll be back for round 2 soon on Brain Date.
I don't know how many of you have been to Thailand, but I saw that amazing thing. You've seen that thing that women do with their pelvic floor in Thailand with ping pong balls. I know, it's amazing. I can't even do that with an avocado. I've given it a go. And they get all shitty at Coles. But I really reckon it would be amazing if we had that kind of talent here in Australia. Wouldn't it make the lotto draw a lot more interesting? Tell you, you wouldn't want to see the supplementary number, would you?